Again, get the book, get all the details. But your dad's now running for president, and well, I'm going to go to the book. On April 4th, my dad was scheduled to give a campaign speech in the roughest part of Indianapolis' Black Ghetto, a place no white American politician would go as voters were sparse and safety concerns manifold. Just before he headed into the inner city neighborhood, he learned that an assassin had murdered Martin Luther King Jr. in Memphis. My father staggered in anguish at the news. "Oh God," he said, "when is this violence going to stop?" The Indianapolis police chief warned him not to enter the neighborhood. When my father said he was going in, the captain withdrew his police escort. Most of the electrified crowd were unaware of the tragedy as he climbed on the flatbed to address them. The night was cold. "I have bad news for you, for all of our fellow citizens and people who love peace all over the world. And that is that Martin Luther King was shot and killed tonight." The crowd gave a collective gasp of horror. Then my dad went on to speak directly for the first time about the circumstances of Jack's death. His brother was killed by a white man. Speaking from the battlefield of his own psychic struggles, with a calm but breaking voice, he urged everyone, quote, not to be filled with bitterness, with hatred, with a desire for revenge. We could respond with violence and polarization, he said, or we can make an effort, as Martin Luther King did, to understand and to comprehend and to replace that violence, that stain of bloodshed that is spread across our land, with an effort to understand with compassion and love. My dad's Indianapolis speech was not an artful, rehearsed, oratorical masterpiece. It was an anguished, visceral expression of shared agony. He had never spoken about his brother's death like that before. The crowd sensed he was doing something unusual and gave him their hearts. Indianapolis was one of the few cities with large black communities that did not explode in riots that night. 119 other cities were not so fortunate, and President Johnson deployed 75,000 soldiers to quell the violence.